energy, frequency, vibration. You see the shapes of sound in water and also other stuff like powder. And then you see the aerial views of gardens and fortresses and cities and landscapes and places worldwide. Such awesome thing. Sound in nature, sound in water and liquids, and also powder and other stuff of products, and also the crop circles, which are made with sound. And now you get the point. You understand more. Are the architecture of the old world. The old world empire. And by old, they had electricity and electromagnetic technology and frequencies and vibration energy and so many things. And I just wonder where those humans are. Those people, where are they, and who are the builders of this technology? Oh, the organ pipes, which you find in the old buildings. You find organ pipes for sound. Sound is energy and frequency and vibration. I wonder what the purpose was. For what purpose did you have these in all the old world buildings, power stations? Was it just to sing songs, to pray for your sins? And the organ pipes are amazing in the sense of the technology itself, not just the technology of the result of the technology, but the actual building of the technology and the process and the engineering and everything else. So much awesomeness and legendary epic. All these major buildings said to have been built in the 13th century with horse and buggy. If you say something else, you're treated like a conspiracy theorist. Such a sad society we live in. I just look at these and I come with the reality of the real world with logical intellect and say, who built these? And for what purpose? As you know, they're power stations for electricity and energy, even the designs and the outside. But, it's like they're everywhere. They were everywhere in the world. They still are, but many of them were demolished in the 1800s and the early 1900s. I wonder why. It blows me away, blows my intellectual capacity away, just thinking. And then, of course, we as humans of the 20th century and the 21st century, but we speak about the 20th century because most of us have been born in the 20th century. We use what was left of the old world, like little pieces of, and I'm not going to say the word, so you don't know the importance of beauty and tradition, and I also add their energy and super supreme advanced old world technology until you demolish it with blowing them to pieces, some of them, and they're there until it's gone. They're giant structures, super amazingly made with precision and technical skills that, they say people back in the days were poor, and with horse and buggy and with no resources, and the world was full of wars and pandemics. So I don't know. Oh yeah, and then we have the meltology. I've done videos about it in the past on my deleted channel, exterminated, but I'm gonna try and build up a new type of channel, and also I'm gonna build on Rumble, without censorship. So then you have the upper ceilings inside these buildings, because the exterior looks so gigantic, but then you go inside and it is, I'm left speechless. And I'm not saying it because just for saying it. Literally, I look at them and I'm speechless. I forget how to speak because the marveling impact in my brain, in my face. I have the columns and statues on many of these things. Like if they would tell me, I'm going to pay you, I don't know, $1 trillion, I would say, man, I wonder if I'm actually capable of doing all this. And do you know the amount of work you have to put inside? I mean, I feel so lazy. And then it breaks to pieces because the hammer and chisel, because I assume because they're from the 13th century and so on, just hammer and chisel, right? This perfection is only with hammer and chisel. No technology, no machines, no diamonds, no software, no hardware, just hammer and chisel. While the donkey and the horse stares at you while they do their stuff as animals, around you. So yeah, and then the ugliness of these monsters on the buildings. I'm not sure if they were added afterwards or not. When the small season started. Now the small season of SATIN is ending. So yeah, more stuff. to see precision, quality, technology on some of the building. Oh yeah, guess where the dollar sign comes from? I wonder what that symbol meant for the old world people. Back in the old world, was it money or was it something else? Because the dollar, and not just the dollar, many other signs come from there. Then you have the painted glass, which again, it's something that looks fishy, as if like, why would you do this in the first place? For what purpose? Just for the purpose of praying for your sins inside the buildings? Or like because you're super aristocrats and rich people and you want to... I would be bored just to produce this just for the sake of saying, hey, I'm so cool. No, it has to be a purpose to it. So energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm going to show you so many pictures and so many photos. At least, I guess, these type of photos, because they're from the reality of the real world, and we speak about history and architecture and constructions, I should be in the safe zone, because I'm not touching on sensitive subjects. We can speak about the reset and how they added 1,000 years. Some cases they say 1,300 years, but they're definitely more than 1,000 years to history. And the logical thing about this is to say, well, what's the usefulness of this? Because in the end, people get depressed every morning because they have to go to work. But then I come to the conclusion when people say that, oh, I'm depressed in my life because what's the purpose of this? I have to go to work and pay rent and mortgage, and I take my kid to school and I get divorced and stuff. So, but then I ask the question, well, it's your choice. It was your life. You decided to have that life because you did it with your own hands. So when people come with those type of answers of what's the purpose of this, my life is miserable, then my only answer to that is like, you chose your life. Like, you had the choice of not being where you are right now, because you have to take actions to be where you're right now, even with mortgages and with debt, slavery, and with paying rent, with interest rates and stuff. So I don't understand people who, when they complain about, oh, what's the purpose of all? What's the purpose of knowing all this? Like, what doesn't help me in my life? Well, yeah, I know you want money, fiat money. I know you want in your bank account or cash. I know, because that's the way you live, and I need money as well. I'm doing this for money, but at least I try to be a minimalist. No, minimalism. Do you understand the word minimalism? And free from debt, slavery, DEBT, Delta Echo Bravo Tango. Yeah, that's important. So I hope you understand, and I guess there's so many. I'm trying to do shorter videos, and then maybe in some point I'm gonna do a video with 300 pictures. I know that I have so many photos in my collection. I have to search for them. See you in the next one.